And it says we are live. It is Wednesday night, not Thursday night. And I'm still here. You're still beautiful. And it's a strange time for GotBot Goes live. I don't even know if anyone's going to come in here. This is kind of the holiday edition. This is off the cuff. Absolutely no sort of preparation for it. So we may not even have anyone come in. We'll see as we get going and set up here. As I said, I was going to definitely do something this week, but it was going to be different, same next week. And tonight we're going to cover the trivia, of course. We're going to cover what I picked up this week, the progress of A Christmas Miracle in terms of Prowl and Ironhide. And we're going to do the TFYTC, the Transformers YouTube community. Their homework was basically Christmas toy memories. We'll cover that. And of course, we're going to cover news and notes. So I'm just going to get things set up here. Going to get things set up here a little bit. Bear with me. Hope you guys have been having a fantastic Christmas week so far. Here, today is what we call Tibbs Eve. Some people call it Tips Eve. Apparently it started on the south coast of our province, and it originally referred to a nondescript date. So like if somebody owed you money, you'd say, hey, when am I getting that back? And they'd say, Tibbs Eve, meaning you might never get it back. And it's kind of become the day before Christmas, and there's a lot of festivities, sometimes some alcoholic beverages and whatnot, but it's Tibbs Eve here. Definitely the kickoff for us here in my neck of the woods. Hey, Mattia, hello to you. Master Farm, Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Guys, if you haven't done it already, check out the label kit and the Shapeways head that Master Farm has to help you get some of your Autobot Target Masters by way of the Siege Sideswipe mold. Starscream Life, of course, is in here. I feel like the pandemic screwed up Earthrise. Absolutely, it screwed up. I think they kind of cannibalized the last wave, maybe the last two waves, into Selects and this Galactic Odyssey. And I think that they tried to stick a year's worth of releases into 2 months. We're going to talk about that with a year-end kind of overview coming up. Last year we did Was Siege worth it? We're going to ask if Earthrise was worth it. But not just Earthrise, like Earthrise, Galactic Odyssey, Selects. Like, was this year of the main line worth it? So we'll talk about that. Of course, we'll have the countdowns for best and worst of. You may have noticed last week we didn't do a countdown because we did do the holiday special, the stop motion of Very Transformers Christmas 5. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. And this week, well, I mean, Friday's Christmas Day. I'm not doing anything. That's why I'm doing this tonight, because I'm not doing anything Christmas Eve either, right? So we'll be next week for sure. Let's see what else we have here. Who else we have here? Hey, Waluigi. I saw, Master Fire, that you had it worn in your video, my friend. I haven't had a chance to see the whole thing yet. Hipster Santa, though, but I know the video you're talking about. Hey, Steven, happy to see you, my friend. Blue, happy to see you. 'Twas the day before Christmas on YouTube. We'll get ready for the Christmas groove. Dennis's streams. And what? Oh, guarded by wife of Starscream. Oh, look, Blue knows what's up. Blue knows who the real police around here are. Let's see. I feel like the last two waves were screwed up. Were screwed over. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. 100%. Master. As a matter of fact, 3 of the Galactic Odyssey sets still are not even available for pre-order here yet, although one of them was. Mine got canceled, that being the Micron set. Hey, Robert, happy to see you in here, my friend. Lego Harry Potter Pivot Divine set. Harry Potter 4 and wow. Wow, man, you cleaned up over your birthday. Wow. I hope that your Christmas is as good as your birthday was, Robert. I'm getting some Siege and Earthrise. Nothing wrong with that. What am I doing New Year's? No idea yet. I really, really don't know. That's too far away to consider yet. Yeah, I mean, we're staying home. Starscream Wife is right. Yeah, we're staying home. But you know, exactly what's going to happen. I don't know. I've heard of a couple of like online things going on. So we'll see. We'll see if I make an appearance or not. As we go down here a little bit. You are welcome, Robert. And thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this community, man. What do I want for Christmas? Everybody to be happy and healthy. Honestly, that's all I want this year more than ever. I'm so lucky to have the things, the people, and the animal that I have in my life. I'm so lucky to have my family, my friends, and Tessa, and my collection, and you guys, that honestly, this year, I don't feel like that there's anything else I really want to ask for. I'm fortunate. The things I want, either I have or they're not out yet. It's as simple as that. And the people, I'm so lucky to have them around. We just actually got back today from visiting my father, about a little over an hour away. He recently had knee surgery, so he's a little immobile at the moment. So, you know, I was happy that we were able to do that. Not something we've been able to do very often this year, you know? I want a wetsuit. Interesting. Okay, so I want to get through this quick. I don't want to be here all night. I really don't, because I want to go and enjoy the rest of Tibbs Eve, you know? But I'll tell you this, after the show, going up, we do have the Selects Roar Ricci review. It's pretty quick because we already looked at Fast Track. So that will go up after this. It's already loaded and kind of sort of ready to go. That'll come after this. So that's still to come tonight. So getting into things, the pickup for the week. Technically, it's a pickup. Soundwave, the Netflix Soundwave. Now, he has apparently appeared in store here twice, but from my understanding, maybe 3 times by my understanding. And there was only one of him each time he was gone. A lot of people here in Canada have been kind of refreshing Walmart.ca in order to get him. I managed to find him 7:30 a.m. in stock. I bought him then. He is on the way. I should have him this week coming up. Prowl and Ironhide, as well as my set that is going to kind of stand in as my new version of Nexus Prime, are both slated to arrive tomorrow. I don't even know if Canada Post is doing deliveries tomorrow, but they're both slated to arrive tomorrow. So we have Soundwave on the way. Prowl and Ironhide should be tomorrow, as well as he who will stand in as my newer version of Nexus Prime. Speaking of primes, I have finally done the bit of custom work that I wanted to do on The Fallen. This is the movie version of The Fallen. He will now be my Amalgamous Prime. Constantly in motion, constantly in flux. This weird all over the place body type. He still does transform. He will stand in now as my Amalgamous because I have Chaos Paladin as my Fallen. And for Quintus, for those who haven't already seen it, this is what I have so far. He has 4 arms, 2 here and 2 here, thanks to ball joints that Grimlock Gone provided. Still some paint work and some other work to do with this guy, but I'm happy with how it's coming along. That still leaves an Onyx Primal. I need an Onyx Prime. I need an Onyx Prime, and in an ideal world, I would have someone who will become the Liege Maximo. But it's coming along, and I like how the Amalgamous turned out. Amalgamous is mostly green with some, I'll say yellow highlights because it's energy, as well as the energy all over his body. So that's what's mimicked there. We'll do the news and notes, and then we'll do the Christmas memories. No, we'll do the news and notes, then the trivia, then the Christmas memories. I'm going to just check in with you guys before we run through the news and notes. Let's see. The most important thing everyone wants, stay safe. Absolutely, Maddie. Absolutely. Tessa's sleeping next. Tessa's had an active day. She's been traveling with us all day and stuff. So he is a Toys R Us exclusive where I live. Soundwave? No, actually, they're Walmart exclusives where I live. The Toys R Us, things that are Target exclusives down in the States will become Toys R Us exclusives up here. But everything that is a Target exclusive won't necessarily be picked up by Toys R Us. But if Toys R Us is going to pick up an exclusive, then they're going to be from Target. Just like if EB Games is going to pick up an exclusive, it's going to be a Walgreens exclusive. Or an Amazon exclusive, because we did get like the 3-pack, and we did get the Phantom Strike Squadron, we did get the Alpha Strike Squadron, all at EB Games. So I'm hoping that the Galactic Odyssey stuff that I'm unable to purchase because it's just not there will actually show up at EB Games. Fingers crossed. We'll see. The only one I have so far is Lifeline and Ratchet. So we'll see. Hey, Landon, happy to see you here, my friend. My Earthrise Prowl and Ironhide has gotten delayed twice. Listen, man, my Coneheads have been delayed 5 times so far. I feel your pain. Hey, Bedford. I went to 12 Walmarts from Indianapolis to Louisville to find my Netflix. Wow, that is a lot. I am very, very thankful and happy to say as well that I have a runabout on the way. Very thankful for that. Still don't know if he's going to show up for sure here in Canada. So I'm so glad to have that. So very thankful. And I believe I have a Netflix Bumblebee on the way as well. But we'll see as time goes. Hey, Crimson, happy to see you in here. For those who don't know, last week actually on the Christmas special, the holiday special, Crimson was the voice of Mirage. Hey, Grimlock, I was just talking about you, man. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I agree with Starscream Wife. That's commitment, Bedford. I'm actually getting Siege Sound Blaster because I could not find Netflix Sound Wave on the Walmart website. That's fair enough. And you know what? Sound Blaster's fantastic. I love him. He's my Logos Prime. I revision him as Logos Prime, even though I know Logos Prime Sound Blaster is the Cybertron version, but like this will work fine. I'm cool with it. And I took one of the little laser beaks and I turned it into Hell Buzzsaw. Beauty. But you know what? Be happy. He's great. I don't think you're going to regret it, Mattia. Finally got Siege Skylinks, Target 3-pack, Rainmakers. Oh, wow, Steven, that is all sweet. Skylinks is amazing. I'm lucky the wings on mine are not loose. I love the Rainmakers, but I love the Siege Seeker mold. And the Coneheads, man, I'm still waiting on mine, so I envy you. I really do. I got Soundwave yesterday, and I think he's pretty good. I can't speak to it yet, but I have high hopes. I got to go up here. Let's see. The only primes I care about are Optimus, Alpha Trion, Rodimus, Alchemist, and Megatronus, and Vector. That's fair. I want all 13. So, I mean, to each their own. Despite my birthday was this year's December 1st Friday, I asked for one or both birthday and Christmas because after I had seen some loss in family. Oh, wow. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Blue. The Optimal Prime, what I call the Prime version of Optimus Primal. Okay, interesting. Oh, nice. Crimson just said that God Neptune just shipped from Hasbro Pulse to him. It's my God Neptune, but it's going by way of Crimson. I believe Crimson will be actually taking a look at it even before I get a chance to take a look at it. So stay tuned to his channel, and it'll be interesting. I'm really curious to see what Crimson says about it compared to me, because we all know I'm a cranky old man and opinionated to the nth degree. So it'll be interesting to see how our thoughts compare. I also, for those who don't know, managed to secure a pre-order for Lobclaw. At least I will have one of those CCon members and the member who is actually missing from the God Neptune set. So at least I have the mold, and I'm happy for that. Yes, Master Fire, we have Walmart's, as Starscream Wife said. A little further down here, we have 4 of them.
Who did the baby Dinobots come in that pet set?
The baby Dinobots come with the
It's green, wasn't it?
No, it comes with the Drift set.
Oh, Drift, that's what it is.
Comes with Drift, yeah. Hey, Brian. Happy to see you here. Brian, I'm always glad to see you come in. I know it's always later where you are, so I appreciate you kind of staying up late with us. Hey, Alex. Alex comments so much, and he has such a creative mind in the comments, but I don't know, Alex, if I've ever actually seen you in the chat before. So I'm glad you're here, man. Double Dealer in the Netflix cartoon was a very strange look. Yeah, he does have a strange looking face. I agree. It is kind of Grinch-like. You're right. I ordered on Wish a camera for $50. That should be interesting to see how that works out. What's Tessa getting in her stocking? Good question. Good question. Did you answer it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Starscream wife already answered it. But she's only going to get it if she's a good girl. She ate her name tag today. So, that's a thing that happened. You got an extra Alita 1? Really, Steven? Interesting. Private message me about that. I'm curious. I'd like to talk to you about it. Interesting. To people all over the world, I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Also, stay safe. That's from Robert, and he's absolutely right. I was hoping you would get the package. I was hoping I would too, Grimlock. I really was. There's still tomorrow. You never know. Could show up tomorrow. Ironhider Cup's older. Did I skip Decepticon Mirage? We'll talk about that, Alex, coming up in a little bit. It's not a matter of did I skip Decepticon Mirage. None of the Netflix stuff came here. The only things that have come here that I've seen is the Optimus from either wave. I haven't seen anything else. So it's not a matter of skip. It's a matter of it. None of these things have come here for me to buy. We never had wave 1. We never had wave 2. Now the Optimuses, the 2 Optimuses that I saw, they're also gone. That was it. That's it. That's all that ever arrived. So they never actually came. It's not a matter of skip. It's a matter of couldn't get. The kibble looks good on her. I assume you're probably talking about Alita 1. Me or Balt? I don't know. Probably me. It's going to be a very crabby New Year. Probably if I have anything to do with it. I think I look all right in that Santa hat. I wear one all day tomorrow. On Christmas Eve, I wear one all day, as well as a onesie that has feet in it. Yes. And I will go everywhere in it. And that's what I'll wear all day, including picking up our Chinese food that we always have on Christmas Eve. Hasbro's been making a lot of exclusives lately. Yeah, too much exclusives, I think. I think you're right, Masterfire. I think I'm older than he is, too. Hey, Samuel. I'm gonna be drunk on New Year's. I have no idea. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that, buddy. I picked up Kingdom, Paleotrix, and Vertebrake yesterday from BBTS. Corden and Spinout arrived today. If I see Corden and Spinout like at EB Games, because that's who's carrying them here, I think I might get them, but I'm not going hunting for it. I acquired Run Amok a few days ago. I hope that his neck worked good. Okay, from Mom, still waiting. I got a Run Amok the other day. Thankfully, the tolerances are good. Good. Okay, so we don't drink a lot, but we like candies with a little extra something. Core Optimus is great. He scales amazingly with the. I guess I'm not in for a tiny Optimus. It doesn't work for me. If you like it cool, and I get the point of him scaling with the base formers, but I don't think it's for me. Hey, Connor. Am I looking most for? Probably right now it would be anything from Kingdom. Honestly, Connor, right now it'd be anything from Kingdom. Rise Ironworks is one of my principal pickups for Christmas. I love Ironworks. Hey, Spooky Dragon. Team Fortress 2 Transformers crossover, yay or nay? I don't know what Team Fortress 2 is, so sure, yay, why not? Somebody wants it. Obviously, you want it. I'm still waiting for TF Source to get God Neptune in stock. I've been waiting since May. Yeah, I know the feeling, man. Least favorite from the 80s cartoon? Probably the one where they get right small and they go with that kid, or when they go back to the Middle Ages with Warpath and the Knights and Starscream back there. Grease Pit is better. I don't know. I like both of them, honestly. I got a question. Energon Downshift or TF 2007 Big Daddy? Energon Downshift. Okay, so the news and notes, we're going to run through it really quick. Kingdom Deluxes and Voyages are actually out in Canada at Walmart, sighted in Ontario. Not here yet, but I am checking. I don't have any pre-orders in for any of those. Here's the thing. If I find them in store, then that means that going brick and mortar got me the next series of characters before really any of my pre-orders for Earthrise or Galactic Odyssey or whatever you want to call it were filled. That is why I don't like pre-orders, because they just don't get filled, man. So we'll see. We'll see how quickly I get the Kingdom stuff. I don't know if I'm getting all of it. I don't think I'm in for all of it, especially with the jacked up prices. Although I might have to talk about that later on. We will see, because rumor has it that the prices at Walmart actually haven't gone up. We'll see. Buzzworthy has a super one-step Bumblebee that nobody's going to buy. It's going to shell form, be trash. A repack of the Studio Series Bumblebee that comes with Charlie, and the ROTF 74 Camaro Bumblebee that's going to come with Sam. That's also in Studio Series. So there's a couple of Studio Series. If you missed those Bumblebees, you can get them in the Buzzworthy line. The absolute trash Studio Series 40 Car Shatter is also being released. If you want more garbage, if you like garbage, and the World War II B is coming out. I think the Buzzworthy line is only Buzzworthy of having trash. I don't waste your money on anything in the Buzzworthy line. What an absolute waste of money, time, and effort to give us not great offerings that they're putting production stuff, like they're putting money and resources in. Why do we pay such high prices? Because the company bleeds wasted money. The entire Buzzworthy line, every single thing I've seen so far, waste of money. All of it. I don't encourage you to buy any of it. I encourage you to do the exact opposite. Speaking of Bumblebee, the Super 7 Gold Armor Bumblebee was cited in U.S. retail. If you want that, cool. 3.0 showed off their, primary movie trilogy version of Optimus and Jetfire. And though they can't transform because it's 3.0, they can apparently combine. That thing will be huge and gorgeous and beautiful if you're cool with robots. Next week, the 30th, don't forget, we have Earthrise coming out. We've seen some posters. Nothing surprising on the posters, at least to me. We saw Scorponok on it, so he's going to be in it. That's cool. There's an Ark flying off. There's another strange ship. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's the Axelon. Who knows? Because we've seen the Nemesis already. Cyberverse Deluxe is out in the U.S. The Prowl is the clear winner there. He looks beautiful with that metallic blue. I think the Soundwave looks big and strong and hefty, especially next to the Megatron. The Starscream looks great in plane mode, pretty darn iffy looks great in robot mode, but pretty darn iffy in plane mode, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not digging that Starscream in plane mode. But if they did a Slipstream version of it, I'd probably get it. I think it would work pretty good for Slipstream. Combiner Wars Devastator pre-orders went up on Hasbro Pulse and sold out. He's still up for pre-order, I believe, on Amazon.com, not .ca.com. If you don't have Devastator, I would advise getting him. It's so weird. Right now, I think he's going for like your typical kind of Titan class price. But when I got him 5 years ago now, I think it was. Yeah, 5 years ago. Wow. I can remember seeing him on the Toys R Us website for $119. And I was like, man, that's kind of expensive. And I waited and I got him on sale for $109. And I was like, there you go. That's not bad. Why did I do that? Because 2 years earlier, the other Titan that we had gotten was Metroplex for $134.50. And I said, this guy's smaller, so he shouldn't cost as much. So I waited until he didn't cost as much. It's as simple as that. I don't think, hey, Master Fire, if you got to go, I appreciate you being here, buddy. I don't think that, now you should miss him again. If you did before, don't. Now is your time to get him for what's likely to be the most reasonable price. I think he's great. If you can ever score the PC07 set, do it, because it improves the individual members of the Constructicons. If you can get PC06, great. But PC07 for sure. Starscream wife actually got that for me many years ago. I reviewed that a long time ago. It has dated poorly. My Devastator reviews and the add-on kit review has dated very poorly. I might do an overall kind of overview of Devastator again coming up with that set, just because it should probably be updated. What else do we have here? New Age showed off their new Bumblebee. Man, he looks beautiful. New Bumblebee looks gorgeous. Very cartoon accurate. Look, Flipper's amazing. I expect this new one to be amazing. It is New Age. They do amazing work. Anyway, Iron Factory. I'm going to get through now these kind of quickly. They have two kind of series going on, a G1 inspired one and a Samurai inspired one. We saw their Ironhide. I had no idea it was Ironhide. I thought it was a Samurai version of Heatwave from Rescue Bots. Apparently it's Ironhide. How did I recognize it? Because I saw the Ratchet, and the Ratchet does look like Ratchet, except Samarized. Lockdown and Wing. I don't even know who Wing is. The Drift looks very much like the movie Drift, at least the movie Head. Shattered Glass Lyo Convoy. Nemesis Lyo Convoy. Their Lyo Convoy is small but beautiful and works so well. Bonsai-tron, I think, is the clear standout there. Though the Cyclonus looks beautiful. And Grimlock, who I never would have recognized as Grimlock in a billion, trillion, billion, zillion, million years. I did place value really poorly there. So some of them are hit, some of them are miss. They're all stylized because they're Samurai. From G1, ironically, we start off with the G2 Sandstorm. It's the Conehead that we're getting now in the Selects line, except now he's legend size, right? Pipes, Huffer. I think the Huffer looks kind of fantastic. The Pipes is a little iffy, especially as alt mode. What else do we have here? Beachcomber, who looks pretty good, but sort of stylized. I like the, was it Power of the Primes one? I'm cool with that, but there's no doubt this is good. It's Iron Factory, so it's going to be good. Nacelle from their Seeker mode looks great. Their Alpha Trion looks beautiful. Legends, but beautiful. And Sea Spray, who also looks beautiful. Transformers crossover with Quicks, vinyl Bumblebee bust. It's the evergreen design, and he's like holding a microphone and he's being all hip hoppy. They did a Soundwave one a little while ago. If you like busts that are like at a hip hop nightclub, then I don't know, add the Bumblebee to your Soundwave, I guess would be my advice there. TFC Toys. When was the last time we heard anything from TFC Toys? They showed their Cutthroat going toward their version of Abominus. Looks great, highly stylized, but super detailed. Looks amazing. We also saw their Dominator Megatron. The thing is astonishingly good. Bulk is all heck. I think the articulation might be hindered by the bulk, but it looks like you can remove parts to improve the articulation. I think he's going to scale tremendously well with their very well-received Rolling Thunder Optimus Prime. Everybody that has that loves that thing. I think the Dominator Megatron is going to be glorious to go alongside it. I think TFC Toys are doing two wonderful things here with the Abominus and now with the Dominator Megatron to go with their Optimus. Two very strong offerings from that company, I believe. Toy World showed off their Battleship Jetfire. It's Jetfire, but this time he turns into a battleship boat. So I guess he's Boatfire. This Boatfire doesn't sound good, but you get the idea, right? You get that. In robot mode, looks absolutely like Jetfire. This is Toy World going with that World War II design that they've done for so many characters, so the robot mode looks glorious. Pop Culture Shock has a Grimlock transforming statue, so it's his robot like an action pose, and then he's kind of crouched down and starting to transform, and then it's his dino. I think it's a lot. I respect what they're trying to do, but I think maybe color images would be better, but I feel like there's a lot going on there, and I don't know how well it's working. I don't think it's for me. And I'm very happy, actually, to report that BotBots is getting their own animated series, and it's being done by Boulder Media, who worked on Cyberverse. I liked Cyberverse. BotBots, I think, lends itself really well to a bunch of shorts. There are a bajillion characters already. I think this is going to breathe new life into BotBots, and now, as if they weren't already kind of, sought by collectors, I think they absolutely will after this. Not by me, but I think by a lot of people. I love it. Can't wait to see it. I think it's going to be a fun comedic series. I really do. I think it's going to be fun. That's all the news, and that was a lot. And like I said, I don't want to be on here all night, and I'm going to go back and check with you guys. But before I check with you guys, I'm going to give you something to ponder with the trivia. That's right. The trivia this week, of course, it comes to us by Dragonfly, though I do have a couple in the wings from Sam, and I know that Crimson is sitting on a piece of trivia. But from Grimlock on, this is a good one, and this is one you really need to know your 86 movie super good, man. And I mean super good. In the 86 movie, Snarl appears not once, but twice. We know that one time he appears in Autobot City on Earth. When is the second time that he appears? It's only for a split second, and if you blink, you will miss it. But he does appear a second time. There is photographic proof of it. Does he appear on A, Cybertron, B, in the window of a Quintesson ship, C, in the window of an Autobot ship, or D, on Quintessa? So A, Cybertron, B, in the window of a Quintesson ship, C, in the window of an Autobot ship, or D, on Quintessa. I'm going to see what you guys say while I go back.
Because I was looking at Christmas houses online.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Snarl is Snarl appears in the 86 movie. He's the Stegosaurus. He appears in the 86 movie twice. One time on Earth in Autobot City. When is the second time he appears? It's only for a split second, and if you blink, you'll miss it. Does he appear on Cybertron, or B, in the window of a Quintesson ship, or C, in the window of an Autobot ship, or D, on Quintessa? So Cybertron, the window of a Quintesson ship, the window of an Autobot ship, or on Quintessa itself? When do we see the Dinobot Snarl?
D?
She's saying D. I'm going to check back with you guys and see what you guys are saying. And I know I've missed a bunch, and I'm going to miss a bunch, guys, going down here, because like I said, I don't want to be on here all night. Starscream Wife is guessing D. Let's go up here, and I know I'm missing stuff. Let's see. I just want Core, Meg, Soundwave, and Rat Trap. The Meg, Soundwave are small cassette players, and Meg's little. You know what? I see the logic of that awesome person. I really do. I see the logic of that. Clever about Soundwave, especially. The Rat Trap isn't impressing me. The more I see it, the more I think it's not good. It's really like, I have yet to see a left arm that actually stays tabbed in. Every single solitary review I've seen, when they move the left arm, it always comes untabbed. I don't know. And like the ball joints in front of the show, I don't know. If I review it, don't expect it to be a glowing review unless I'm shockingly surprised. I got a question. Oh, you already asked that one. Team Fortress 2 is a GA9. I don't know what that is. I don't know what a GA9 is. A game, I guess. I just want Scylla from God Neptune, or Cilia. Fair enough, Ken. I understand that. You know, I mean, I'd like a Tentakill, so... Is it Tentakill? Is that who she replaces, Tentakill? I canceled my pre-order for God Neptune because the QC is worse. I haven't heard that, but okay, Master Fire. Here's the thing. You're saying the QC is worse. I didn't get any of the other ones. If I don't get God Neptune, then I don't get that combiner in any form. It's as simple as that. I can't hate that episode because it led to the great smokescreen episode. Okay. Child's Play, yeah, and a Decepticon and King Arthur's Court. They are Decepticon. Yeah, I don't remember the names of the episodes, but you got them, Alex, both of them. I like those two. No, I don't. They get right on my nerves. Oh, and Carnage and C minor. That's also terrible. I made my Optimus and Power of the Primes Alita one parents. Legends class Optimus Prime. That's interesting. With DevCon and the Quintesson Bounty Hunters, Buzzworthy is a terrible name. It is, especially for a terrible line. Supersize One Step B. Send it to Thu. What?
Did you tell us the answer?
No, not yet. I'm going down through here. I was letting people get toward the answer. We need Day Trader. I agree. Can't wait for Dropkick. Okay. Day Trader's God. I don't think Day Trader's God, but I'd be down for a Day Trader. I like Steve Buscemi. So, Buttworthy. Yeah, I agree with you, Maximal 10. I just want World War II B for a custom movie cup, and that hammer for a separate custom. Interesting. The figure that I want most is the Netflix Siege Bumblebee. Fair enough, Connor. And you know what? I hope that the Netflix stuff comes to your neck of the woods. It doesn't really like to come here. Why does Car Shatter have to exist I don't know. I have her in car and I leave her in car. My robot is the jet, and I like the jet. So the car one it will stay in car forever. Did you know exhaust has the outlier power to turn into living smoke? I did know that, Alex. I referenced that in the review, actually. All of the buzzworthy stuff is going to shell form, except it is all going to shell form. I agree with you, Transformers 2002. Yeah, that's right. Modeled to look like Bumper. Yeah, you're absolutely right, 100%. No, I don't mean gold bug. I mean it's a golden bumblebee. They call it gold armor bumblebee. It's Bumblebee, except instead of being yellow, he's gold. I'm confused if the buzzworthy line is an exclusive. I don't care if it's an exclusive. That's, you know what, Crimson, I'm confused if it's an exclusive. Even if it is, there's zero there I would waste even 1 penny on. Everything from that line, right down to the packaging, right down to the development of the name, was a waste of money that should have been used to cut costs. There you go. There was no need of it. We also need Autobot Lieutenant from TLK. Autobot Lieutenant. I don't know that. Okay. Yeah, G2 Bumblebee. That's right. Transformers 2002. Are you also waiting for proper deluxe scale versions of Squeeze Play, Horrible, and Fangry? Yes, absolutely. I am, Alex. I think yes. Buzzworthy line is exclusive. I believe it's like Myth of Sedan. Yeah, I never heard of this sedan before. Netflix Earthrise. I am very, 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 very hyped. I'm not very, 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 very hyped. We'll see how it is. I'm sure it'll be fine. As we go down here. Just now, Amazon US canceled my Medic 2-pack. You should have ordered it from Amazon.ca because I haven't heard of an order from there being canceled yet. I don't even know if it's in stock now, but that's where I got mine from. Ultraman still, hey, Ultraman, no, man, you're never too late. You can join the party whenever. Fashionable late is fine, baby. Sedan is an exclusive version of Cliff Jumper back in the years of June. Yeah, I believe Spain. So weird. Hey, Sir Sound. The fallen figure that's in the thumbnail is actually this guy that I have customized into Amalgamous Prime. With all of his energy going over him. And if you look up Amalgamous Prime, you'll see that, you know what, he bears a striking resemblance to this body type with maybe an extra arm or two, but a striking resemblance to this body type. So he's going to be my Amalgamous Prime. And my Fallen is actually going to be now the Make Toys or Make Toys. Is it Make Toys? Chaos Paladin. Is it maybe it's MMC. I don't know. I don't even remember, man. That's how much I know. It's Make Toys. Yeah, Make Toys Chaos Paladin is going to be my Fallen. So I was able to revision the movie Fallen to become Amalgamous Prime. If we were seekers with pissing on, I'll get them. Go down here. I hate how there reportedly won't be any more Titan scale figures. Good. I don't want any more. There shouldn't be any more Titans. We got the only ones that make sense as Titan. No, Tidal Wave is not a Titan. He never was. He never should be. He is not the size of a city. No, he's big, yes, but he's not that big. You know what? He fits in Commander. Commander should be the going size because Titan has just become too bloody expensive. It doesn't make sense anymore to do it. Maybe in the US, but outside the US, too many people have said that they're out on the line. And for me personally, I've even said I'm out on it. I have the Titans that make sense. The only ones that were Titans. Anybody else they do now is going to be made up, or it's going to be like something that's far more new that I'm not invested in the character enough to spend that kind of money on it. That's the thing. You got to look at the law of diminishing returns. I know some people would be disappointed to see Titan end, but I think it has to because I think it's run its course and run its life. Do I think it would be nice to get a updated Tidal Wave, Alex? Absolutely, but I think he should be Commander. That would make sense. Yeah, I'm with the awesome person there. I wanted to create the Armada video game. Can you do that with the original in our perspective shot? I have no idea. Let's see. Hey, Jillian, you're not late. I mean, I went on here without any announcement or anything, so what do you expect, right? Right, Boatfire. Boatfire is a good name. It wasn't. No, it wasn't. And you know what? Next week will probably still be a mess, Jillian. It did not start the usual time. Would you like to finally see chug versions of Venom, Ransack, and Barrage? Yeah, I would, Alex. Actually, I would. The Deluxe Insecticons, yeah, bring it on. Hey, bread with spreadable cheese. Thanks for coming by, buddy. Okay, so here we go. Wow. Okay, so we had an A and a D and a D and an A and a D. Right after Daniel knocks out Wreck-Gar and Quintesson ship is landing on Junkion. Cyberverse Deluxe. Pollen's Prime. Buzzworthy is waste. That is specific Crimson. The answer actually is, as Crimson said, B. In the window of a Quintesson ship, he is actually next to Grimlock. It was B all along. Hey, stop motion reviewer. What? The few criticisms of Rat Trap are superficial at best. I assume you mean at best. The arm's on tab, but it isn't something that takes the figure dexterity of a brain surgeon to navigate. It's not a matter of it navigating. It's a matter of it shouldn't happen. They're asking here, they're asking $15 plus tax. That'll be about $17.50, $18. No, it shouldn't unpeg at all. If it's supposed to peg in, it should stay there. I think it's trash. There you go. I just said it. The new Rat Trap, hot garbage. What a waste of money and a poor design. That's the truth. How would you write a Spinster-centric story? I would write him mysterious and brooding, but you like the comics, so you're going to do it totally different. I like the guy who barely talks and the guy who is thinking a lot more than he's saying. So, I guess it depends on the story, Alex. You missed a ton, Jay. We went through the news. We're just going to kind of clue, and you missed the fact that I got Soundwave ordered. Was missing from the majority. Yeah, I knew that about Snarl. Core class leader one. Well, I hope you get it, man. I don't see the point, but I hope you get it because it's something that you want. I'm like, at this point, I don't know if I'm picking up any of the core class. I don't think any of them are good, to be honest with you. What? Two aging millionaire brothers hire teams of mercenaries to assassinate each other in a war for their inheritance. Wow, that's wild. My Transformers Power of the Primes, Optimus Prime, and Transformers Prime Deluxe RC are a couple. Oh, okay. God tier? Really? He is God tier. No, I bet you he's not. I'm not saying. Here's the thing. Like, stop motion reviewers, like, the Netflix Soundwave is God tier. Is he, though? Is he really, though? Because he's expensive. And he looks all right. We'll see. Like, I'm not that impressed with stuff. As prices go up, I'm less and less impressed because I hold much higher standards. That's me. That's why I do the true review, because I'm not taken in by the glitz and glamour of new plastic. I'm not taken in by something that looks amazing. How does it function? How does it work? Is it actually value for money? Like, when I give you guys the true review, as harsh as it can be, you can take it to the bank as being absolutely honest. And I'm critical. It is what it is. Been eating barbecue, what? And waffles. Nice. I prefer G2 Devastator, yellow and orange. Let's see. No worries. Stegosaurus. I hope for another Alita period stop motion because I would still be the first time she would be decent mold. Fair enough. It's mine too, but it hasn't transformed. What? To my like of Transformers. Okay. On eBay, I saw Hubcap head as Thrilling 30B. Ha! Somebody trying to pull a scam there. We also need a Kingdom Selects Delta. I agree with the Delta Magnus, Mattia. The purpose of this beeline is to try and sucker people in because of the name Bumblebee, Jay. It's a waste of money, and they're explicitly trying to sucker people in and play them for fools. That's what Hasbro does. To make you puke, Jay. I like Boss Gunny. Would you like to see MP figures of the anime? I don't want to see MP anything. I think MP should stop too. I don't like that line either. I think it's overpriced junk. Let's see. But I don't want. I want to see animated. I just don't want them to be MP. Grimlock is still awesomeness, intricate though. Yeah. If you hadn't gotten the Maki Toys one, the 2007 Megatron design has actually been used to represent Megatron. It has, Sam. You're right. I knew that. Hey, Super Robot Ed. Merry Christmas to you too, buddy. What about Megatronus for Universal Collision? Season 2 is done. We're at the end of season 2. We'll see what happens in season 3 and beyond. I love a Masterpiece. I don't want Masterpiece anything. I don't like Masterpiece. Also, maybe a remake for Titans. If you want to redo or re-release, I guess Metroplex, go for it. But like, here's the thing. People are like, I'd like them to do a new Metroplex. A new Metroplex will be at least $250 Canadian. Mine was $90. Not a chance I would replace him and spend $170 more dollars. No, not a chance. Wait, what about Megatronus for Universal Collision? Like I said, we'll deal with that. Dog CD. Wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Hey, my Shuriken Prime. I'm glad that. Oh, the Kurokari Drift. Nice. 3-0 Soundwave. Nice. And Cyberpunk 2077. I hope that your Cyberpunk doesn't have any of the bugs that people have experienced. Dude, you keep asking, what about Megatronus for Universal Collision? What about him? Watch the story. If you ask a question, I'll get to it eventually, Sound Blaster Studios. Like, you don't need to keep doing it over and over and over and over and over. I always go back, man. I'll see it. I was disappointed by my...
Except when you're skipping it.
What?
Except when you're skipping them.
Dude, I didn't skip him. The first time he asked it, I answered it.
No, I mean like on nights when you skip stuff.
Yeah, but okay, fine. Ask it twice, maybe. So I gave you my... What? See, that didn't come with an arm-mounted cannon, so I gave him my broken TR Megs one after I modified it to fit. Interesting. Did that work? That's kind of cool. Haggis. Oh, deep fried haggis. No, don't do that. How do I feel about Earthrise Siege Prowl? Don't know. I don't really like the Siege Prowl. I wasn't a fan of that. I don't have the Earthrise one yet. It hasn't shown up. Haggis with cheese. Oh, God. No. Oh, yeah. Chinese food tomorrow night. We have Chinese. I've had Chinese food on Christmas Eve as long as I can remember. And then Starscream wife got into it. Now our whole family does it. It's just a thing. BM Huber. Hey, happy to see you here. Yeah, $17.50 for a Legends used to be $19.99 for a Deluxe, and the Legends not even very good. Hey Ryan, do you think Netflix will do any Kingdom figures like they did Siege Earthrise? Probably. They probably will, Ryan. I mean, it might take a little bit of time, but I think they will. When exactly? I don't know. He's very emotional about Rat Trap. It's not. It's just everybody's like, Rat Trap's amazing. He's not. The Generations is significantly better than the core class one. Significantly. The more paint apps, better size, better scale, better transformation, better articulation. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you love the new Rat Trap. I don't see the appeal. I don't think the rat mode looks good. I think it looks panelly at best. I don't think the robot mode looks good. It looks like his arms are like with my shoulders ahead like this. Does this look good? Because that's the way Rat Trap looks, right like this. I don't see the appeal. Not for the price, man. I could lie to you and tell you he's amazing, but I assume that if you're here, you come here for the truth. You know, even if we don't agree, at least I'm honest with you. And I mean, I could start lying to you and being a shill and a sellout, but I don't think that's what you want from me. Deep fried and westernized. Which animated sitcoms do I regularly watch? None. I don't really watch much of anything anymore. I'm always working. But I used to like Family Guy and I used to like Simpsons, you know. That was about it. Futurama was good back in the day.
What about the Big Bang Theory?
You said animated.
Oh, I missed that part.
Let's see. MP went down, they moved to Vietnam. Look, I have yet to be impressed by an MP offering since Magnus. None of it looks good to me. None of it I think is engineered well. They all break. That's why I'm like, MP is not good. I don't want it as MP. Like they were like animated as MP. No, I don't want them to break. And I don't want them to be hundreds of dollars. Just want them to be good. Start incorporating them in the main line with better QC than they've had for Earthrise. You know how you get better QC? You don't try and cram a year's worth of product into 2 months. Factories can only do so much. It's not like the people working in it really care about the junk that we're buying anyway. The idea of haggis, what? Scares me?
Scares me.
That's not what you have written down.
You've got to read between the lines.
Oh, I got to read between the lines. See, like Crimson said it. He'd pay $250 Canadian for Generations Metroplex. And I promise you, if I wanted to sell my Metroplex, I could do it. Starscream wife found a dude locally selling it for $100 and she talked him down to 90 because I got him at 90 in the aftermarket. There's no, and I love him. I never get tired of looking at Metroplex. I'd love to have, I wish I'd gotten the DNA Designs feed for him, but honestly, I love him and I've done so much work with him and I've upgraded him and I've added stuff and he has, you know, 6-gun and he has some add-on parts now. Like, no, I wouldn't. I absolutely wouldn't be in for it. If you didn't get one, then I can see the appeal. But I don't know. I think Titan is running its course, man. No, I wouldn't like to see the old Marvel adapted into animated movies, Alex. I wasn't a fan of the comics. I love comic books. I love Transformers. I don't think comics and Transformers go together. I've never really liked it. I know a lot of people do. I've never really liked it. I'd rather they take the Japanese series and redo them proper, like redo Headmasters, Master Force stuff proper. Rat Trap, Crimson, Lamb. Oh, Haggis. Gosh, why are you guys talking about Haggis? Okay, so the last thing that I want to cover is the hashtag talk time for the Transformers YouTube community Christmas toy memories. And I have a few. The earliest one I have is, I wasn't very old. And I had been looking in the Sears catalog for months. By the way, this show went a lot longer than I intended for it to go. For months, I'd been looking at Omega Supreme. And I had not seen him. I knew nothing about him other than that he looked amazing. And my parents asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and that was the only thing I said. I wouldn't even be able to tell you anything else I got for Christmas, but I can tell you that year, I can remember seeing him, and in front of him was a giant Mr. T, the cartoon Mr. T, if you remember the cartoon Mr. T, coloring book. And that year, the only thing I remember getting was this gigantic, you know, little kid me, gigantic box. Could not believe that Santa or my parents, I don't remember who it was now. It was either Santa or my parents, one of them, had brought me Omega Supreme. It was, even to this day, I still have that Omega Supreme. He still works. I've reviewed him on the channel. He has all of his bits and pieces. Everything's fine with him. He's the one thing that I took care of, that and the coloring book. That's the only thing I remember. I don't know if I was ever as happy for any Christmas morning as I was that Christmas morning. I've been happy a lot of them. I also remember a year where I got some, spit this out in a minute, where I got some Ninja Turtle stuff. It was a big year there. My biggest thing there that I was so happy to get was that it was such a struggle to find Ninja Turtles anything that year. Like the only thing you could find was Krang, and it was Krang in that stupid, doofy little thing that wasn't even his main body thing. And for Christmas, I managed to get Shredder and Raphael and Donatello. And they were ones that I was vastly missing because the only turtle I had was Leonardo. Luckily, later on, I found Michelangelo. But I was able to get Shredder, who was super duper hard to find. But my biggest thing that year was the party wagon. And I spent all morning, man, flicking that door in and out on the side. I was so happy. That came from my grandparents. And especially the Donatello, and I think the party wagon might have come from them, but I know the Donatello did, and I think the Raphael did. I don't know where the Shredder came from, but I was so happy. I also remember the year that I got Power Master Optimus Prime, and my father decided he was going to sit down and figure out this Transformer, and he could not, because he didn't know about Haikyuu. He could not do the transformation. He was afraid he was going to break it. He could not get the legs to go down. When he had the thing as a cube, he was like, what do I do with this? And I said, it goes in the back. And he tried to open the doors on the back and like stick it in there. And then the head was off to the side. He was so confused. So finally I did it. But the one mistake I made with Power Master Optimus Prime was I was so excited that when I was putting his stickers on, I put his Autobot symbols on his shoulders upside down in robot mode. They were right side up in vehicle mode, but they were upside down in robot mode. And I always just stuck his head in the back. But again, I really wanted him. I'd seen him in store. I didn't think I was going to get him. I was told for months, no, you don't need another Optimus Prime. When actually I did, because I had actually broken my G1 Optimus Prime. I was outside on a hill. I threw him up in the air, playing, of course, and he fell on the ground, and both of his legs broke off at the knees, or the upper thigh, I guess we should say. And my Optimus was ruined. So I so wanted the Power Master one. When I got him, while I thought that the combine mode was glorious, I actually preferred him as the smaller robot, even though his like elbow up to his shoulder was connected and he could only bend his arm. I still, to this day, think that head sculpt, that face sculpt, I should say, is the hands down single best Optimus Prime face sculpt there ever was, with the only exception being that he had red eyes for some reason instead of blue. Otherwise, I think every single head that we've seen on Optimus Prime since should be based on that. And I remember another year, I only have 2 more stories left. I remember another year, I was very much into Star Trek The Next Generation. Still am. I mean, I love Picard, man. I love Discovery too, but I was very much into Star Trek Next Generation, and I had a model of the Enterprise, and I had most of the cast, including Locutus and some of the Borg. I had, let's see, I had Tamalak, and a couple of Tamalak because I wanted a couple of Romulans. I had everyone from Tasha Yar right up to Riker, right up to Geordi, and I had them with their later uniforms, not the ones with the, well, except for Tasha, not the ones with the like little lines. I had their later uniforms. I had Picard where he had the like vest on, but I had a couple that I didn't have. And that year I got a couple of the ships that had come out, and I had an Enterprise that had lights and sound. It was great. The only thing I ever regret not getting that Christmas that I really wanted was there was a playset of the bridge of the Enterprise. I never had that. I was happy with everything I got, but I was disappointed that year that I didn't have that. Instead, what I got was this doofy, goofy game where you had like 3 or 4 Ferengi, and I think it was like some dilithium, and you put it down in the like warp nacelle, and they had like a little ball bearing in them, and like they rolled out, and you had to try and catch them. It was such a bad game. What waste it was. It was so bad. And the last one was the last year that I got Transformers. By the way, there was another year in there where I was really into G.I. Joe. I can't tell you exactly what I got, other than my grandmother took me to a, I guess like a kids, like a grandchildren's Christmas event out to like the Royal Canadian Legion, like it was grandparents taking their kids. And I got the Destro that came with that little flying vehicle. And it's the Destro with the gold head and the cape, and it came with that little flying vehicle. That's the only thing I remember getting, but I know I got a ton more that particular Christmas. But I know my grandmother on my father's side that year got me that Destro. And I'd love to have a Destro like that again. Anyway, the last story that I got brings me to the last year that I got Transformers for Christmas, and they were Action Masters. Yes, Action Masters. I didn't hate Action Masters. So who did I get? Well, that year I already had a couple. I had Soundwave already, and I had Bumblebee already. And I asked for Transformers, and I asked for Action Masters. So who did I get? In my stocking, I got Shockwave. And then when I opened my main gifts, I had Jazz, Bonsaitron, which is why I'd like to have another Bonsaitron now. So I had Bumblebee, Jazz, and Rad. I got Rad as well. I had Bonsaitron, Soundwave, Shockwave, who was in my stocking. But my main gift that year was Starscream with his plane that he rode on, glider rider thing. Funny enough, I never had a Megatron before, never had a Starscream before. So as it worked out, going forward, Starscream became the leader of my Decepticons. He became the pure... Well, I mean, it was Action Master Shockwave, so the stocking was only that big, or the Shockwave was only like this big, right? Like, it was, you got to remember, it was Action Masters, right? They weren't big Crimson, right? So it was pretty, you could put all of them in the stocking, to be honest with you. I mean, the box for the Soundwave, or the box for the Starscream was, I don't know how big. I don't like only about this big. Like, it wasn't big, right? But he became the leader of my Decepticons, even though he was sorely miscolored with a dark face and a light head and blue wings. He never looked like Starscream. But you'll notice that in all those stories, for almost every Christmas, there was a couple in there with, Ninja Turtles or G.I. Joe, but I always consistently went back to Transformers. They've enamored me my entire life. As we go up here, I'm just going to check in with you guys before we kind of get out of here a little bit. As we go up here. Most fragile G1. I don't know. I broke Jazz in 2, not even 10 minutes after leaving with them. I know you guys were saying stuff, and I know I definitely missed up. Just doing a lot of talking about Haggis. So we go down here. I like Rat Trap. I don't get it. I don't get how anybody likes that Rat Trap. Not for the money. Not for almost $20, man. I would love to get a Plex for 170 at this point. That'd be fair, Boss Gunny. It's just oats, blood, fat, and pepper. Yummy. Blood puddings. They're great too. How do you feel about Earthrise Siege Prowl? Okay, I already answered that as we go down here. I carried 2 pizzas and watching Nice. Tradition is having Chinese on Christmas Eve. I just want them to do Studio Series 86 Magnus because Kingdom Magnus is trash. I agree, stop motion reviewer. Kingdom Magnus is trash. I am so hungry I could eat a chicken fried steak. Oh, man, where is he? My favorite Optimus? I don't know. Siege or Earthrise, one of them. I don't know if it's so much that the plastic feels cheap on the G1 Masterfire as you had that chromed plastic, and that didn't feel good. And that's what broke. I like to imagine Exhaust has 4 eyes. Maybe he does have 4 eyes. The only MPO GotBot kind of liked was MP Barricade. Yeah, I liked MP Barricade. I'd rather have a Fort Max Generation Select Cerebros that transform to a moon size, of course. What? Moon sized, of course, Banks. Okay. Speaking of Masterpiece Magnets, I have a review on him in 6 minutes. There you go. I really want them to do... Yeah, I wouldn't watch that. It's IDW EU. Their storytelling is awful. I wouldn't watch that. With the voice acting quality of Transformers Prime. Too bad the story quality isn't Transformers Prime. In my Humilityverse, Longtooth is a Transformer equivalent of Santa Claus. Interesting. How would you approach doing a Transformers cartoon? Go to Japan, take all of the stuff that's already done, remaster it, make sure you have good voice actors. Don't do the sloppy translations that was done through Unicron Trilogy that made them trash. Redo them properly with good quality voice actors, good quality storytelling that makes sense, that sounds natural and logical and rational, and give us all of Headmasters, Master Force, Victory, and do a complete version of Zone. Boom. So easy. So easy to do. Evil Knievel. Swoop might be more than... What? Swoop might be more of a Michelangelo, but the rest of them are definitely along the lines of Raphael. Fair enough. Where do I get some new toys like Transformers, Lego, etc.? I like really good care of them when I play with them, even when BBTS, man. I got links in a bunch of videos. I don't know. For you, probably, Robert, BBTS, eBay, I mean, Walmart, where, Target, I don't know. Where do you get some new ones? I don't know. Good question. I don't have any of the new ones, so I don't know. Not CMD store. So many people are talking about this. Look, the store's a bunch of scalpers, a bunch of dirty scalpers. And right now they're trying to sucker the U.S. market into thinking they're legitimate. And maybe they will be. Maybe he's turned over a new leaf and trying to be legitimate. But as far as I'm concerned, dude, you've got 4 years of bad history that you need to make up for with good history. You're a scalper. You've bought up everything. You've made it hard on Canadian fans to get stuff. And then you immediately put it up, not 5 minutes later, on jacked up, super high prices, often double the price. CMD store does not have my respect. I don't think that you should do business with them, not until they've proven themselves to be worthy of it. That's my take on that, my rant on there. Yeah, a lot of old lines, Crimson. Powermaster Prime and Dreadwind. Oh, Dreadwind was so cool. The Bridge of the Enterprise was a key place. It really was like the Turtle Sewer. You're right, Crimson, 100%. Or the Command Compound in Jurassic Park. As we go down here. Zone did get a complete version with mangas. No, not mangas. No. It's not a complete version with mangas. Mangas are trash too. Stop it. No, a complete animated series. Not stop with the trash. Why are you... Man, so many people, so much trash. So little time. Which G1 figure do you think is the most durable? No idea. My most disappointing figure I got as a kid was the Voltron that had the compartments for the action figures. That set was bad. Do you mean the Lions? That set's awesome. I still have that, and they're all great, man. What are you talking about? Okay, ladies, gents, I've been on here way longer than I anticipated being because I want to enjoy the night, man. I got things to do. Including get up a review of Black Roar Ricci for you guys. I'm going to get out of here. Starscream Wife has been pretty understanding, pretty patient. It's Tibbs Eve. Hope you guys have absolutely phenomenal Christmas, phenomenal holidays. Please know that I wish you every absolutely good thing in life for you, for your families, for your friends. I really do, especially going into 2020. 2021. You want to know all the things I wish you? Look at my 12 wishes that I do. I put them all in the community tab, man. That and so much more. I'm so thankful that even though I'm a cranky, old, opinionated, loudmouth man, that you guys come here and you're part of this community. It means the absolute world to me, but I think most of you know it. I wish you and yours not only the best for Christmas, but for the new year as well. I appreciate you coming by. Give me some of your extremely valuable time. Please, please, whatever you do, have fun, be happy, and be safe out there. Thank you for coming by, like I said, and give me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon, see what we offer to you through Teespring, or, of course, hit the join button right here on YouTube. And don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every day, man, you do make a difference. And I look forward, baby, to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams like this, at the stop motion premieres, or the old-fashioned way, baby, inside the videos. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, one and all, and to all, a good night.